Hello and welcome to another anime lore video. I'm Shergog, your host, and today we are going to take another look at Mushoku Tensei and its great grey characters, and how everyone is not pure good or pure evil, but rather somewhat in between, albeit to varying degrees. But before we delve into the topic at hand, let me quickly thank my Patreons for their support, as well as to thank all users of the YouTube Thanks function for making one-time donations. Also, the entire video will have spoilers for Season 1, but none for the second season currently airing, just so you know. And with that said, let's start with what I mean when I talk about grey characters. I'm talking about characters that have good and bad sides combined within them. So the character in question is not a purely good, lawful hero like Remedios Custodio from Overlord or most isekai protagonists. Rather, he has goals, ambitions, feelings, sorrows, and worries of his own, which will lead him to do good and bad things. For example, Professor Snape. Most characters from the good seasons of Game of Thrones, Brain Anglaus from Overlord, or Annie Leonhardt from Attack on Titans are grey characters. And basically, every living person in the world is also a grey character, since almost any human is not purely good or purely evil. Again, it's all a game of shades of grey. And by writing most characters as grey characters, Mushoku Tensei makes them feel realistic, not in the sense that casting magic is realistic, or that letting your arm do a cosplay of Vlad the Impaler's favorite tool is realistic, but in the sense that these characters are not the standard issue good guy Greg isekai protagonists that won't do any wrong no matter how convenient, useful, or flat out necessary it is. Rudeus is polite, eager to help. He now works quite hard to achieve things out of his own motivation. He really wants to use this second shot at life that he has received. And his hard labor paid off. He is now an incredibly powerful caster. He did not squander his gifts and talents this time. But he's also a hopeless pervert, ogling everything that walks and looks at least somewhat pretty, with blatant disregard for the age of the girls or his very own. His early outlook on his life, comparing it more to a video game, also meant that he delayed critical assistance for a young and inexperienced adventurer group until one of them died. But, and this is also quite nice to see, Rudeus wants to grow from these experiences and doesn't brush them off as accidents. And the greatest and in my opinion most relatable thing about grey characters is that sometimes they recognize their flaws and work to overcome them. And their will to change and to work on their flaws is what makes Rudeus, despite all of his scummy behavior, still a protagonist that you want to see succeeding. And the same goes for Rudeus's family. His father had almost broken his family apart and had risked the death of his twins with his actions, cheating on his wife with the maid Lilia, which almost had been kicked out, leaving her kids and of course the maid herself to die on the road. And of course Eris is anger and rage personified. She behaves more like a disciple of Korn rather than a noble daughter. She's unruly and impulsive. But she also deeply cares about her family and friends, and she too wants to overcome her flaws, as well as work on herself. Despite all of this, ghosting Rudy wasn't the most kind thing to do. And this pattern applies to almost any of the characters within the anime. Good guys can seem like bad guys, and the other way around. And precisely this is what makes these characters so engaging. They're not suffering from an airbrushed personality, but can have severe flaws and make severe mistakes without being demonized. And this is also really important. They are not judged by the story, but rather the story is told from their own perspectives, so that we, the audience, can understand why they are the way they are, without being told that this is the bad guy because of X. And I really like this approach towards storytelling in general and towards isekai specifically. And with that said, I hope you liked this video. Please let me know what you're thinking about the characters of Mushoku Tensei and their many flaws down in the comment section. And as usual, I say thank you very much for watching and special thanks to Ada Daddy Ada, Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Dragonlord Plassi Du Saxophone, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch wie Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Loverazor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, Oh Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantom, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Q&A Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Tier, The Orc Warboss, Rak Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon under my next video.